let's head over to Matt Holderman and Taylor Viles, who are both one with the crowd. And I hear they may be talking food either this segment or maybe the next segment.
Hey, Lauren and Haley. Well, we're standing right down by the water because we've assigned ourselves the very important job of monitoring the waves tonight. They are a good indicator of how strong the wind is, and Taylor knows this all too well. The wind has been a very big part of the day so far, leading up to the fireworks.
Yeah, Matt, it's begun to simmer down a little bit, but as we zoom in on the American flag behind us now, this is in full 4th of July mode. Whipping in, you can see the wind is still a factor here tonight. Now, earlier we caught up with the general manager of North Star Fireworks, Tom Swenson. He was talking to us about how the wind could affect the fireworks show here tonight, and we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, I spoke with Haley Boulay earlier. She was saying the wind should simmer down around sunset. Hopefully, that is the case, Matt.
Right, absolutely, Taylor. And I'll tell you, it's I hope it does die down a little later and we get the show going perfectly, because they've told us that they have a bit of a different show planned this year with sort of different stages, different parts to it. Should be interesting to see what that looks like. You could catch it here down at the Waterfront, or we'll have it right here on ABC 22 for you at 9:30 when the show starts. Lauren and Haley, back to you.
Hi, I'm Taylor Viles with Matt Holderman, and we're joined tonight by Tom Swenson, the general manager for North Star Fireworks. Tom, first of all, how is everybody feeling tonight?
We're feeling good. We're looking forward to the show. We've been planning it for almost a year now. Been working with the Parks and Rec quite a bit, working with LCT. Had about 15 guys working all day today, and we're looking forward to launching these tonight and giving the city a wonderful show.
As you can see, we're on this very rocky dock right now, partially because of the wind. How is the wind going to affect the shows tonight?
Yeah, so obviously something we haven't dealt with here in Burlington, at least in the last 10 years. We got some pretty heavy winds tonight. So I think we're still in our legal distance for launching, so we're still a launch as far as now. We'll warn you, if you're a little north of the boathouse, you may get a little bit of fallout, but nothing harmful, You're going to see the fireworks. They're still going to go up, they're still going to break, but they're going to be washed out a little bit. What I mean by that is, instead of perfectly round, they might kind of crunch up a little some of the effects. It will distort the effects a little bit because of the wind, but should still be, I think, a great show.
And Tom, as I stand here trying to get my sea legs on the barge, I'm wondering how you guys try to adjust, or if you have to adjust if a barge is rocking like this in the heavy winds. Does it kind of change the directions they might shoot off?
Yeah, we've had to adjust our angling a little bit, but not too much. One thing where it's a little bit more rocky, you're feeling here right now, but once we get out and anchored behind the break wall, we'll be okay. Right now, we're just exposed right out to the lake, so this is a little bit more than we're anticipating once we're fully anchored to where our final location will be.
Gotcha, but ultimately a little wind shouldn't bother you guys too much?
We're hoping not. I think it might affect the like I said, the effects in the sky a little bit, but I think it'll still be a fireworks show.
Great. All right. Well, Tom, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you guys for having us.
And good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, Lauren and Haley. Well, yeah, we are right by Echo and the boardwalk here, and we're joined right now by Marie and Vance, who told me they've been coming down to the Burlington Waterfront Fireworks for 20 years. What makes this experience so special, guys?
It's the people, the fireworks, the food. It's all fun. Good time.
Yeah, absolutely. In 20 years, I mean, in all that time, have you seen things change at all, or is it kind of that thing you still look forward to every year? It's the same old show.
Definitely the same old show. Last year they had the drones here, which added to the effect.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we were talking about, I think, lemonade a minute ago. We don't have that in our background here, unfortunately. My apologies. But I do want to ask about food. There's a lot of good food selections here. I'm wondering if you guys have a favorite that you look forward to every 3rd of July.
Definitely Alibaba's.
Yeah. Good gyros for sure.
Right.
That's delicious. Is there anything specifically tonight you guys are looking forward to?
I'd say the fireworks, the people watching. Yeah, a couple of years ago when we left, SWAT was coming in, so we were kind of stunned by that, but we're just hoping for a good time.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful night today too. The focus of today has kind of been the wind. Have you, in the 20 years, have you dealt with a night that's been windy like this?
Sometimes windy, a couple of years ago rain, but it's always still a good time. The fireworks are great, everyone does a good job, and it's just a fun atmosphere.
Absolutely. Anyone else you guys are with here tonight?
Yeah, we're here with one of our sons, Paul.
Yep.
Great. Has he been coming for all these years too?
He hasn't come a lot in the last few years, but before that, as kids growing up, we had 4 boys and they all came every year. Yeah.
Right, well, fun stuff. Absolute family tradition for the fireworks. It's a tradition for a lot of folks, I know. It's my second year here. Taylor, I don't know how many years you've come now. Probably
just one, actually.
2 or 3, really?
This is just my second year, but, and you were talking about the food just now. We're going to be reviewing a couple of food trucks' food coming up later on in the show. We're looking forward to that, getting hungry.
Yeah, me too, absolutely. But for now, Laura and Haley will send it back to you guys.
Hey guys, well, we are live here. Let's call it Food Court Alley, and we're chasing some wonderful food. We have a chicken tostada, and they've called this the Big Sexy. That's from the broccoli bar, excuse me. And this is from Cha Cha Garna, the Tostada Kitchen. So we're going to taste this wonderful food and let you know how it goes.
So let's see how this goes. It's a little awkward to eat tostadas, of course, but I think Taylor did it like a champ. And this is the wonderful thing about events like this in Burlington. I feel like you could get some sort of a good variety food, but also the classics like your fried dough, your burgers, if that's more your speed. That looks really good. How's it tasting?
We went with the eclectic options.
Yeah.
This is delicious. This is a chicken tostada, a little bit of spice, but not too much. I don't do spice super well, but this is delicious. They also gave us some pineapple with this, which is wonderful. This is very tasty. But Matt, I feel very bad. I'm the one eating all this food here.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, put that down.
Geez, let's switch it up here. I got to try some stuff. So, whoops, almost dropped that. For all of my vegan fans watching at home, this is from the Broccoli Bar, as we said. They are part of Pingala Cafe that has 2 locations in Burlington. A lot of good veggies and stuff in here. There's some rice and pickled vegetables, broccoli 2 ways, and I think some vegan dumplings. So, I mean, I was going to try to get a little of everything, but it looks like that might be hard to do.
Oh,
and I dropped the broccoli.
We lost the broccoli. Matt, enough talking. Just eat.
Let's just take some of that. And like I said, really unique stuff, too.
This is delicious.
Yeah, get in there. It looks great.
We're going for the dumpling, veggie dumpling.
That's going to be a little awkward to eat.
Just wonderful food. And let's remember, the Broccoli Bar, they're old staples around here. They've been here for a long time. The Cha Cha Kitchen, this is our first year here at the Burlington Waterfront, but we'll send it back to you guys. What great food.
Absolutely.
Let's send it over to Isabel Schodeman and Taylor Viles, who are taking in the sights from the boathouse. How are things down there, guys?
Lauren, Haley, I don't want to brag, but I think that we have the best view of the fireworks from the boathouse here. It's a bird's eye view, really, of the water, of all the people. But, speaking of the boathouse, we're looking at all these boats. You might notice something a little different than last year. There were hundreds of boat lights out there last year. Now there's not so many.
Yeah, I think we were talking earlier about the wind, people staying away because the weather was choppier, but it's really chilled as of tonight. It's turned into a beautiful night, slight breeze, little buggy where we are right now. But for fireworks, kind of the perfect night, and the clouds have just begun to dissipate. It's turning into a very beautiful night here.
Yeah, I mean, the lack of boats in the water is certainly, showing that just so many people that are showing up on the shore. We can barely see because of the lighting, of course, right now, but just before the sun set, I mean, thousands of people out on that shore waiting for the first firework.
Yeah, and of course, the lines, I was walking back to the main shot a few minutes ago. The lines for food are still probably 100 people deep. Everybody is taking advantage of the great eats here, the great atmosphere. I actually saw some of the UVM men's basketball players walking by.
Oh, you would know.
I would know. But no, people are really looking forward to a great night of fireworks here.
Yeah, of course. And we're also getting prepared for the fireworks ourselves. The lovely people at the boathouse gave us some glow sticks, so we're getting ready.
It's time.
Getting our glow on. But yeah, we'll send it back to you, Lauren, Haley.
Absolutely incredible what we just witnessed here at the Burlington Waterfront. I honestly, just incredible.
Yeah,
Isabel.
Barely any words to describe it. We've been talking to Tom Swenson, general manager of North Star Fireworks, saying that this show is going to be a little different this year. He said, watch out for those 30-second segments. wow, was he right? Of course he's right. Those segments were so artistic, so colorful.
There wasn't, in fireworks shows, a lot of times you see things repeated, right? You see a lot of repetition. This show was all about variation. Nothing stayed the same. There were the smaller fireworks against the water, which personally I think were some of my favorite. There were the really, really high ones that we're all used to. But I think my favorite ones, there were a few that looked like willow trees. They went up, and then they just kind of like drifted down upon the water.
I mean, as does every firework.
It was beautiful.
But I think I know what you're talking about. I actually looked at the time. It was 9:44 when I saw my favorite firework. I thought they kind of looked like wings.
Okay.
They were the kind that stayed a little lower to the breakwater out there. So beautiful, though. We also noticed some smiley faces out there. Those were pretty cool. That was when I heard the most cheers from the crowd, I gotta say.
Yeah, some of the smiley faces, little deformed, but the ones that did show up correctly, they were very, very beautiful. Also, the grand finale, about 2.5 minutes, that was incredibly long.
Yeah.
And I kept waiting for it to end, and it never did.
I know, and speaking of length, 22-minute show pretty much on the dot, but it felt, I can't even say if it felt longer or shorter than that, because the entire time you were just mesmerized by all the lights, the sounds, of course, in front of you.
I think it was just the perfect length. My jaw was left dropped, honestly, at the very end. I just couldn't believe what I witnessed. But probably the best fireworks show I've ever been able to witness. I mean, I've been here last year too, but this was better.
Yeah, we were together doing this last year, reporting from the boathouse. I definitely think this year was better, in my opinion, I gotta say. What was your favorite firework? You said
I like those, I'm calling it the willow tree. I like the willow. But I did like the small ones against the water.
Yeah.
They were very, very pretty, and the way it started with the American flag, the very patriotic colored ones, those were, great way to kick it off.
See, of course, we're at the boathouse. It's a covered structure. My view was kind of cut off. Everyone else was standing over by the railing. So I didn't get to see the ones super high in the sky, but the ones closer to the breakwater, there were some that just went out sideways.
Just shot off.
Yeah, that's my reenactment there. I won't do that again, I promise.
It's okay. What a wonderful time it was here. And just to think, it's just a click of a button from a computer, all electronic.
I mean, but a year of hard work going into this.
A year of hard work.
Down to one button.
They did such a great job.
I gotta say that, definitely. Awesome. Well, we'll send it back to you, Lauren and Haley.
Lauren and Haley, do you ever feel
like a plastic bag
drifting through the wind,
wanting to start again?
Are you Katy Perry?
'Cause baby,
you're a firework. In all honesty, what a fireworks show it was here at the boathouse, jaws on the ground.
I gotta say, one of the best fireworks show I've personally ever seen. It lasted about 22 minutes, I think, on the dot, and you're just never wanting that to end.
Yeah, it was just an incredible show from start to finish. The finale was about 2.5, 3 minutes long. Just some incredible displays of the fireworks. What was your favorite, Isabel?
My favorite, I gotta say, I looked at the clock. It was 9:44 when it happened. It was a little lower in the sky, stayed closer to the breakwater. It kind of, to me, looked like a wing, like an angel wing, very sparkly. I really don't know what to call it. I wish I knew the actual technical term, but it was beautiful to look at.
I think I saw you get all giddy all of a sudden.
What's your favorite?
I'm calling it the willow. It was really high in the sky, and it just kind of, not in this way the other fireworks come down normally, but this one really, like, the wings of each tail really fell out. It was just really beautiful.
Hey, I like the reenactment. I think the most fun to see was the smiley face. Mm-hmm. There were a whole bunch of different smiley faces that went off, but some were upside down. The ones that were the right side up, you could really hear the crowd scream the loudest. But it was just amazing to watch overall. Of course, about 20,000 people were expected here. I don't know how many people actually showed up.
I would be surprised if it was close to that number. I mean, the lines at food, the amount of people up on the embankment behind us just were, massive.
Yeah, and of course, we have a perfect bird's eye view, I would say, of everything. Standing here on the boathouse, we're on the second floor. So first, it's a perfect view of the lake, the mountains. We actually see the spirit of Ethan Allen coming back in from their fireworks cruise at the moment. But looking behind us, we have a perfect view of the shore after the fireworks finished. Just the amount of people leaving after. I mean, we could just see lines of silhouetted people. It was like mosquitoes following a magnet, I would say.
Yeah, no, they all got out of here quickly, and we will too. Before we end, though, I want to say quickly, Isabel here and behind the camera, Connor Fay, they're going to be leaving us after this broadcast. So, guys, I just wanted to say how much I enjoyed working with you both. It's been a true honor.
It's been a great time, and of course, a perfect time to be live on air for the last time. This fireworks show going out with a bang, I would have to say.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, the most spectacular fireworks show I've ever seen. We were talking to the general manager of North Star Fireworks, Tom Swenson. He said that this was one of the better shows that they brought to the waterfront, and I would highly agree.
It was incredible. Just could not believe my eyes throughout. But we'll miss you guys.
Yes, of course. We'll send it off to break right now. Stick around. We have much more local news coming up next.